gentlemen, coming to you from Canlan Sports Complex in West Dundee, Illinois, for Game 2 of the 2025 UHT Chicago Dog Classic Tournament with your Pekin 10U Spring Hockey team. Today's matchup is against Jackets Hockey. I assume they are a subsidiary of the Yellow Jackets and the Crystal Lake Stingers organization, I believe. Anyway, this is Game 2. Dragons are coming in after yesterday's 12-3 win over the Chicago Stallions with 2 points in the bracket. And today's opponent coming in with 0 points. Both have a game played. So let's see how we do this morning for Game 2 here. Numerical order, we'll rip through the roster here. Number 6, Duncan Hill. Number 12, Noah Viviano. Number 16, Kian Ledbetter. Number 19, Grayson Blevins. Number 20, Brecken Soviar. Number 24, Cruz Scholes. Number 25, Jackson McCoy. Number 33, Jet Nafziger. Goaltender, Adelina Johnson. Number 48, playing her second ever game in goal today. Number 77, Houston Richardson. And number 91, Jasper Jacobazi. Pekin 10U Spring Hockey coaching staff consists of head coach Josh Gale, assistant coaches Chip Hill, Neil Viviano, Brian Blevins, and our penalty box attendant will be Ryan Scholes. Like I said, this is Game 2 of our 4-game tournament here this weekend up in Chicago. Make sure you tune in this afternoon at 4:20 p.m. for our 3rd game against the Kenosha Comets. And depending on how we do today, basically, with these 2 games, will determine the outcome of whether we go to the championship at 9:20 a.m. on Sunday or the consolation at 10:20 a.m. on Sunday. So keep on watching, folks. See how it all pans out. Thanks for tuning in this morning. I'm 33's Daddy, and I'm sponsored by some Fairfield Inn Bold Roast Coffee. That's right, folks. The good stuff. Dragons will get their pucks picked up here, and we'll be underway here shortly. I didn't explain it in yesterday's game, but this is an unsanctioned tournament, so we're not officially the Dragons. I'm going to call them the Dragons because, you know, we're Dragons, but our official name in the tournament is Pekin Hockey. So that's why you see it on the banner at the top of the screen there, and why it's in the description and the title and all that stuff. I'm still going to call them Dragons because they're Dragons, dang it, but can't do that on the score sheets, apparently. Looks like we're going to have Grayson Blevins at center, Noah Viviano and Houston Richardson on the wing, Nafziger and Jacobazi on defense, And from the face-off, Jackets bring it into the Dragon zone all the way deep into the near corner there. Nafziger tries to rob the puck, and he does. Sends it up the near side boards, looking for Noah Viviano. Viviano passes it back to Nafziger, and he's going to advance it into the neutral zone. Carries it into the Jacket zone all the way to the far corner there. Stops, centering pass. Oh, that's a shot. Save, Jackets. And Noah Viviano chases it to the back wall. Blevins comes back to help him. And puck comes over to the far boards there. Richardson will stop it. Blevins comes over to help him. Muscles it up a little further. Puck comes back to Jacobazzi, and he'll send one up towards the crease there. Noah Viviano will race it down in the near corner. Passes it back to Blevins. Blevins sends a shot off the netminder. And puck comes back to the near corner again. Jackets send the puck back down into the Dragon zone. Jacobazzi's in hot pursuit. He'll send it off the far boards there, looking for Richardson. Richardson powers it back out to the neutral zone, gets it up to Blevins, and he's out in front. Peels it into the Jacket zone. Got interfered with there in the slot. Oh, Nafziger didn't quite get there fast enough to keep it into the zone. Cross-ice pass to Jacobazzi on the far side. And he'll pass it back over to the near side, over to Noah Viviano, and he'll enter into the Jacket zone. Sends a shot. Whoa, save, Jackets. Puck comes back over the near side boards, and Blevins will pick it up. Sends it back to the back wall. And Richardson comes back to meet him. Back to McCoy on the blue line. And Blevins can't quite hold it in there. Sends it back over to the near side to Noah Viviano. And he'll send it up the near side boards to Grayson Blevins. He'll enter back into the Jacket zone. Sends a shot. Glove save, loose puck. Ooh, Richardson had a sniff there, and it's like the netminder either made the save or the shot was wide, one of the two. McCoy sends it back to the back wall there. Nafziger sends it back in deep. And Dragons are battling for it off to the near side of the net there. Grayson Blevins will race back to the blue line. Sends a shot, looking for Richardson. Oh, almost got the tip in. And Jackets make the save. Dang. 9:13 remaining in the first period. Still scoreless. Scholes for the face-off. Puck comes back to Jacobazzi, waiting at the blue line. He'll pass it back up to Scholes in the face-off circle. Sends a shot. Oh, bounces off of a Jacket player. And they'll send it back out to the neutral zone. McCoy's racing back for it. Should be an icing call. And it is not. McCoy brings it all the way up the far side. Oh, lost track of the puck there, and Jackets knock it back in deep. Yeah, Jacobazzi will chase it down on the back wall. Sends it off the near side there, looking for Scholes. Scholes swats it up to Duncan Hill there, and he'll try to clear the zone. Nope, Jackets knock it back in deep. And McCoy comes back to help him out. He'll scoop it all the way out, all the way down into the Jacket zone. And that'll be an icing call. Face off in the Dragon zone. 8:23 remaining in the first period. Nafziger and Jacobazzi on defense. Blevins for the face-off. From the face-off, swats it over to Jacobazzi, and Jackets knock it back. Nafziger will pick it up behind the Dragons net. Passes it off the near side boards to Grayson Blevins. And he'll scoop it back out to the neutral zone. Whoa! Richardson muscles it in. Chases it in deep. Circles around, cuts in front of the net. Oh, gets deflected back to the back wall. And back to Nafziger. Top of the circle. Sends a shot. And that'll get deflected wide. Jackets pick it up. Race it up the far side there. Richardson Peels it off, sends a shot wide of the net. Puck comes back to the back wall, and Blevins will chase it down in the near corner. Ledbetter comes up over to help him, and Jacobazi from the slot sends a shot. Ooh, just wide. Not sure if that got deflected or not. Back to Nafziger, top of the circle, sends it over to the far corner. And Richardson chases it down on the far side. Back to Jacobazi, sends a shot. Whoop, got deflected over to Ledbetter. Blevins will pick it up, sends a shot. Oh, looking for Richardson in front of the net there. Jackets pick it back up, advance it back out. Nafziger will pick it up at center ice. Pass over to Blevins on the near side. And they'll enter offside, apparently. .7:02 remaining, still scoreless in the first period. Stoles for the face-off. Soviar tries to help it into the Jackets zone there, and he does. Oh, got taken out at the legs. Jackets battling with Soviar and Scholes on the far side, and Scholes almost came out with it. Jackets knock it back out. Jackson McCoy, cross-ice pass, looking for Nafziger, and they'll pick it up on the near side. Angles it through some Jackets traffic. Up to Soviar, back to Scholes, and Jackets knock it over to the far corner. Pick it up in the far corner, and Soviar goes back to battle for it some more. Scholes comes back for it at the top of the circle. Nafziger sends a shot from the top of the slot, looking for Soviar. Oh, and save Jackets. And they'll blow it dead. 6:12 remaining in the first, still scoreless. Face off in the Jackets zone. Scholes for the face-off. Back to McCoy. No Viviano races down, looking for a centering pass. Oh, and he gets one. Goal! Scholes! Dragons goal. 5:59 remaining in the first period. Dragons up by 1. All right. Blevins at center. Duncan Hill and Houston Richardson on the wings. Jacobazi and McCoy remaining on defense. Jacobazi up to Blevins. Blevins will enter the zone up the near side. And back to Duncan Hill. Up, back to Jacobazi. Sends a shot through some traffic. And loose puck. And no goal. 5:44 remaining in the first. Dragons up by 1. Face off in the Jackets zone. Blevins for the face-off. They'll backhand it up on net, save Jackets, and loose puck off to the side. Richardson's battling for it, sends it over to the near corner, and Duncan Hill will try to chase it down. Jackets pick it up, skate it behind their net over to the far side, and back to Jacobazi at the blue line. He'll hold it in, passes it back up deep into the Jackets zone. Blevins will race it down along the back wall there. And Jackets off the near side, back to Nafziger. He'll send it in deep, back to the Jacket player, and he'll chase it back down in the neutral zone. Cross-ice pass to Jacobazi on the far side, and he'll dump it back in to the Jacket zone. Icing waved off. Jackets pick it up, skate it behind the back of their net. Blevins in hot pursuit, and Richardson sends it back in deep. Blevins comes back to meet him, back to Duncan Hill, up. And he'll send it back up to the back wall. Jackets send it over to the far side, and McCoy's waiting at the blue line. And sends a shot. Oh, off of the Jacket player. And it'll go down. Jackets advance back out. And Nafziger and Hill back to defend. Nafziger picks it up behind the Pekin net. What are we doing? Get it out of the zone! Again, send it all the way down to the back wall in the Jackets zone there as the clock rolls down to 4 minutes left in the first. Blevins passing over to Duncan Hill on the near side. And that's going to be an icing call. No, it won't. Shot on goal. Save Johnson. That's the most action she's seen so far. 3:51 remaining in the first. Face off in the Dragon zone. So we got Ledbetter and Sylviar on the wing. Skulls at center. Jacobazi and McCoy on defense. Dragons battle for it in the near corner in the Dragon zone. And it's Jacobazi up to Skulls. Skulls muscles it through some Jackets traffic along the near side. Turns it around inside the Jacket zone. Ledbetter comes back to help him, and the Jackets advance it back out to the neutral zone. Jacobazi stops him on the near side. Back to Skulls again. Jackets swat it back in, and Jackson McCoy will pick that puck up, send it back up to Jacobazi. And he'll send it back up to Skulls. Skulls advances into the Jacket zone on the near side, and he'll chase it down on the back wall. Yeah! And Sylviar stripped the puck there. And they're going to wave that one off. He might have got it in behind the foot. 3:01 remaining. Yeah, puck's in the net. 3:01 remaining in the first period. Dragons still up by 1. Blevins at center. Viviano and Richardson on the wing. Jacobazi and Nafziger on defense from the faceoff. Back to Jacobazi. He'll send a shot off of the netminder. Goal, Dragons! Noah Viviano! Yeah, baby! Dragons up by 2. 2:53 remaining in the first period. Same lineup. Blevins for the faceoff. Back to Jacobazi. Over to Viviano on the near side, and he'll try to dump it into the Jacket zone, and he does. Blevins will pick it up. Deep in the... Whoa! Goal! Dragons! Richardson! Beautiful centering feed from Blevins there, looks like. Dragons up by 3. 2:39 remaining in the first period. Same lineup once again. Jackson McCoy's back on defense. Nafziger and McCoy on defense. And up to Blevins. Blevins carries it in to the Jacket zone, sends a high shot over the net, and Richardson will try to chase it down on the far boards. And Nafziger comes back to help him. And Richardson will pick it back up. Sends it back in deep all the way to the back wall. The Jackets will get there first. And Viviano comes back to meet him. Puck comes back to McCoy. And he'll send a shot off of the belly of a Jacket player there. Nafziger will pick it up, fires it up the slot. Save Jackets. Dang. 2:02 remaining in the first period. Dragons up by 3. Face off in the Jacket zone. Skulls at center, Ledbetter and Hill on the wing, Jacobazi and McCoy on defense. Jacobazi rockets one up the slot, gets deflected wide, and Skulls will pick it up. Sends a shot off the netminder, loose puck in front of the crease. And McCoy, nope, Hill, sorry. Oh, save, Jackets. And back to Hill, back to Skulls on the back wall. He'll kick it across behind the Jackets net, and they'll strip the puck. Carry it up the far side, back to Jacobazi, waiting to the blue line, and they'll send it back in deep. Ooh, Skulls got out in front. Fires a shot. Loose puck in front of the net, and Duncan Hill chases it down in the near corner. Sends it off the back wall there, and back to Duncan Hill. Back to McCoy at the blue line. Sends a shot. High bouncer. Oh, almost got deflected in there, just off the post it looked like. Here comes Skulls looking for the wraparound. And save Jackets. 1:09 remaining in the first period. Dragons are putting on some pressure in the offensive zone. All right, Blevins at center. Soviar and Richardson on the wing. Jacobazi and Nafziger on defense. Jacobazi from the blue line. Looking for Richardson in the slot. Oh, Jackets just got in and ahead of him there. Blevins comes back to help. And back to Jacobazi. Oh, fanned on a shot there. Looking for Soviar. And Soviar will pick it up on the far side. Sends it off of another Jacket player. Back to Jacobazi. Sends a shot. Oh, a hard shot. Bounces off of the pad of the netminder there. Back to Nafziger. And, whoa! Richardson almost got the tip in. Off of the post. Richardson battling forward in the far corner. Back to Blevins. Top of the circle. Sends a shot. Glove save. Jackets. 23.4 seconds remaining in the first period. Dragons up by 3. Face off in the Jacket zone. Blevins for the face-off. Back to Richardson and back to Nafziger. They'll send another shot through some traffic there, and that'll go all the way to the back wall. Soviar centering feed, looking for Blevins. Oh, and he almost had a sniff there. Yes, Blevins back to McCoy. Sends a high shot. Oh, Soviar almost drug it into the net there, and Jacket said no. That's going to do it for the first period of play, folks. Pekin hockey up by 3 after 1 period. Enjoying some of my delicious Fairfield Inn bold dark roast coffee. All right. Period 2 starts now. Game number 2, 2025 UHT Chicago Dog Classic. Switching sides and going the other way. We're going to have Viviano and Hill on the wing. Scholes at center. McCoy and Jacobazi on defense. Adelina Johnson in net. Scholes for the face-off. He'll battle it over to the far side. Jackets knock it back into the Dragon zone. Jacobazi will pick it up. And he'll send it back into the neutral zone. No, Viviano almost had it there, and Jackets drag it back into the Dragon zone offside. 11:45 remaining in the second period. Face off in the neutral zone. Scholes for the face-off. Tries to battle it through the Jackets there, and they'll knock it back in. Jacobazi will chase it down deep in the Dragon zone. Skates it around the back of Adelina's net there. Turns it around in the slot. Brings it back out to the neutral zone up the near side. Oh, got stripped of the puck there at the center line, and Viviano raced back to battle for it. McCoy knocks it over the near boards, and Jackets try to collect it in the near corner. McCoy will go back to meet him. He'll kick it across the back wall. Oh, looks like McCoy took a dive there. Lost his stick. Puck comes back to the neutral zone all the way down. That'll be an icing call. Face off in the Dragon zone. Blevins at center. Soviar and Richardson on the wing. Nefziger and Jacobazi on defense. Nefziger from the face-off. Skates it across the neutral zone up the near side. Down into the Jacket zone. Circles it up. Sends a shot from the top of the face-off circle. And that'll be a save by the Jackets netminder. Soviar from the far side. Deflected back to Blevins. And Jackets try to advance it out of their zone. And they do. Jacobazi will pick it up at center ice. Tries to get it over to the near side there. Bounced it off of the Jacket. And back to Richardson. Sends it off another Jacket player. And Soviar will pick it up at center ice. Scrapes it into the Jacket zone, and Blevins will pick it up on the far side. Sends a shot. Top of the face-off circle. Loose puck. Oh! And Richardson was almost there. What do we got? Stoppage in play here for some reason. Face off in the Jacket zone. Same lineup. That's a big boy over there they got. Blevins for the face-off. He'll chase it back to the back wall. Sends it across the back of the Jacket zone over to Richardson on the far side, and back to McCoy. He'll send a high shot. Ooh, bounce past the crease there, and Soviar will pick it up. Sends another one against the netminder, and he'll make that save. Nefziger stops it at the blue line. Sends a shot. Ooh, deflected wide. And back to Richardson on the near side. Back to McCoy, back to Richardson. Richardson tries to power it up into the slot, and the Jackets knock it back to the neutral zone. Nefziger picks it up. Back to Blevins on the near side, and Soviar will sneak it in. Carries it up into the slot there, and got interfered with. Shot goes wide of the net. Puck comes back to the far side, and Blevins will get it back to Nefziger, waiting at the blue line. They'll walk it up, far side. And Blevins will chase it down. Nope, McCoy will get there first. Back to McCoy. He'll skate it behind the back of the Pekin net. Off of the near side boards. Back to Blevins at the blue line. He'll skate it across the neutral zone. Down into the slot in the Jacket zone. And over to McCoy on the near side. Puck gets dumped back out to the neutral zone. Whoa, McCoy fanned on the pass there. He's trying to get across ice. And Jacobazi will get there. Skates it around the back of the Pekin net. Off the near side boards. And down. Another icing call. Face off in the Dragon zone. 8:26 remaining in the second period. Dragons still up by 3 goals. Viviano and Ledbetter on the wing. Scholes at center. McCoy and Jacobazi on the wing. From the face-off, Jackets collected at the blue line there and try to send it in deep. Puck bounces wide of the net, and McCoy will pick it up. Skates it around over to the far side, and looking for Viviano there on the far side boards. Jackets knock it back in deep, and McCoy will race back for it. And he's battling with a couple of Jackets along the back wall. And he'll break it free, send it up to the blue line. Oh! Almost cleared the zone there. McCoy will pick it back up. Can't clear the zone. There he does. And Scholes is out in front. Ledbetter's coming in to help him. Got tripped there. Loose puck. Oh! Ledbetter almost had the rebound. And the Jackets netminder made that save. McCoy will chase it back down, all the way down in the Pekin zone. 7:28 remaining, and that'll be an icing call. Face off back in the Jacket zone. Blevins at center for the face-off, and he'll try to carry it over to the slot there. Richardson back to Nafziger at the blue line. Sends a shot. Oh, gets deflected wide, it looked like there. And back to Jacobazi, back to Nafziger at center ice. And pass over to Blevins on the far side. Blevins carries it in. Sends a shot from the face-off circle. Glove save, Jackets. 7:06 remaining in the second period. Face-off in the Jackets zone. Duncan Hill and Houston Richardson on the wing. Blevins at center, and Nafziger and Jacobazi on defense. Blevins for the face-off. And he'll chase it up. Puck comes over to the near or far side boards. Back to Nafziger. Sends another shot right off the netminder, and he'll cover it up in the blue paint. Loose puck! Whoa! Goal, Dragons! Richardson goal! I believe. Might have been Blevins. Looked like Richardson. He's smiling big, so I think it was. Dragons up by 4. 6:53 remaining in the second period. Nafziger sends it off the far side boards, looking for Richardson and Blevins on the far side. And Blevins dangles it in front of the net there. Oh, tried to stuff it in. Couldn't quite get it there. And Jackets bring it over to the far side. Back out to the neutral zone. Yeah, Nafziger will collect it on the back wall. Skates it behind the Pekin net. Bounced it off of a Jacket player. And now he's going to go the other way. And he's going to skate it all the way back out to the neutral zone up the far side. Dangles around some Jackets. And puck got stripped. Look at her. Ooh, almost had a wraparound try. Puck got out ahead of him there. Get the puck! McCoy picks it up on the back wall in the Dragon zone, skates behind the net, sends it up the far side boards, looking for Richardson at the blue line. Jackets delay a little bit to try to stay on side, and to no avail, offside call. 5:42 remaining in the second period. Dragons up by 4. Goals for the face-off, and he'll carry it across the neutral zone by himself. Sauviar's in behind him, sends a shot over the top of the net, and Sauviar looking for that backhander. Sends it back in front of the net again. Scholes found it. Back to McCoy at the blue line, sends a shot wide of the net, and it's like Viviano erased it down. Save, Jackets. Sauviar and Viviano on the wing. McCoy and Jacobazi on defense. Goals for the face-off. And Jacobazi tried to send a shot. Puck cuts, bounces out to deep into the Pekin zone. And it's like we got a delayed penalty on the Dragons here. 4:59 remaining in the second period. Jacobazi will go off for a tripping call, I believe. Dragons will be down a man for 1:30. 91. Jacobazi goes out for his first penalty of the 2025 spring hockey season. It's like we weren't ready yet, huh? All right. McCoy and Nafziger on defense. Blevins at center. Scholes on the wing. And yo! Blevins over to Scholes. He'll advance it out to the neutral zone. Blevins will try to chase it down on the near side, and he does. Carries it in to the Jacket zone. Fires a shot. Glove save, Jackets. He'll let that one go, and Jackets carry it up the near side, out of their zone. And Nefziger will race it down. Deep in the Pekin zone. Skates it around the back of the net, sends it up the far side. Looking for Blevins. And I think he missed that tip. Or he didn't, I don't know. Gonna be face off back in the Pekin zone. 51 seconds remaining on the Jacobazi penalty. The Dragons penalty kill. 4:20 remaining in the second period. Blevins for the face-off, looking for Nefziger in the far corner. And he'll battle with two Jacket players. They'll send one off the side of the net. Up, save Johnson, loose puck. And wow. I have no idea what happened there, but apparently it didn't go in. Puck comes all the way down to the Jacket zone, and Scholes will battle for it. Look in the near corner, he'll send it across ice there, and Dragons almost kept it in, not quite. Scholes battles it back to Blevins. Blevins takes it off, sends a shot off the top of the crossbar. And 3 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. Well, looks like we're back to full strength. Glove save, Jackets again. Face off in the Jacket zone. Both teams full strength. All right, Scholes at center, Ledbetter and Richardson on the wing. Nefziger and Jacobazi on defense. And from the face-off, Scholes over to Richardson. Richardson trying to paddle one towards the net there, and Jackets will send it all the way down for another icing call. Face-off resumes back in the Jacket zone. 3:19 remaining in the second period. Same lineup. Back to Nefziger, the blue line, and looking for somebody in the slot there, and the Jackets found it first. Skated up the near side, back out to the neutral zone, and Nefziger will race it down. Skates it back around. Whoop! Stops, turns around, skates it across the face-off circle in the Dragon zone, and they'll send it back out to the neutral zone. Puck goes all the way down. Icing call. Not sure why he did that there. Scholes at center. Hill and Richardson on the wing. Jacobazi and McCoy on defense. Yeah. Jacobazi clears the zone. Scholes is going to get out in front with it. Deep into the Jacket zone. Sends a shot. Wide of the net to the back wall. And Jacobazi tries to center one up. Jackets got there first in the slot. Battling with Scholes. Yeah, they got some big boys on their team. And puck bounces back to the back wall in the Jacket zone, and they'll take it over the near side. Duncan Hill comes back to meet him. So does Richardson, and McCoy will hold it in, sends it back into the near corner. Scholes chases it down in the near corner, and he's got two huge dudes on him. Loose puck. Oh, dang. Just couldn't sneak it in there, and Scholes will race it back down the near side. Sends it back to McCoy at the blue line. Passes it over to Jacobazi on the far side. And then he'll try to chase it down on the far boards. And they'll send the puck all the way back down. Icing waved off. McCoy picks it up behind the Pekin net. Sends it off the far side, back down. They're going to call that icing. have another face-off in the Pekin zone. 1:22 remaining in the second period. Blevins at center, Bibiano and Soviar on the wing. McCoy and Nafziger on defense. Blevins for the face-off. Almost had it out of the zone there. And Nafziger knocks it across the blue line. Jackets pick it up. Paddle it back into the Dragon zone, and McCoy will chase it down. He'll skate it up along the back wall there and up to Soviar on the near side. And Blevins in a foot race for it down in the Jacket zone. Oh, we'll get there first, but the puck got left behind. And McCoy like dove on it to keep it in the zone there, and back to Nafziger. Sends it off some Jackets players. Back to Noah Viviano. And he'll send it back in deep. And Soviar races down on the back wall. And back to Viviano. Turns it around in the far corner. Looking for a centering pass at the slot. Jackets keep finding it first. Back to Nafziger. The blue line sends a shot. Oh, Soviar almost had a tip in there. Needs a longer stick. And back to Nafziger at the blue line. Back to Blevins. Dragons relentlessly trying to hold it in, and they do. McCoy stopped it. Sends it back in deep to Soviar on the back wall. That's going to do it for the second period of play, folks. Dragons up by 4 after 2 periods. All right, final period of regulation play starts now. Switching sides once again, going the other way. Gonna have Scholes at center, Ledbetter and Richardson on the wing, Nafziger and Jacobazi on defense. Miss Adelina Johnson in net, and Scholes for the faceoff. Richardson helps it out there, back to Scholes. Nope, puck comes over to the near side. Jackets chase it down, paddle it into the Dragon zone. Ledbetter battles it out relentlessly to the neutral zone, and Jackets enter back in on the far side. Send a shot there. Nafziger will deflect that to the back wall, and he'll pick it up. Turns it around. Dangles around some Jackets traffic. Passes it up to Scholes, waiting in the neutral zone, and he's going to carry it in. Oh, got interfered with there in front of the crease. And Jackets clear the zone. Nafziger will send it in offside. 11-11 remaining in regulation. Face off in the neutral zone. Dragons up by 4. Blevins in center, Hill and Soviar on the wing. Over to McCoy and Jacobazi in defense. Blevins carries it in. Sends a shot. Oh, just wide through the crease and over to the far side, and Soviar will try to chase it down. Centers it up to Duncan Hill, and he'll send it over to the far side, and McCoy will chase it down. Passes back up to Blevins, up in the near corner in the Jacket zone. Centering pass there. Oh, Duncan Hill sends a shot. Save, Jackets. Woo! 10:45 remaining in regulation. Face off in the Jacket zone. Same lineup as before. Back to McCoy at the blue line. Sends it through some traffic in front. Oh, loose puck. Duncan Hill swats it over to the outside here. Blevins tries to chase it down. Puck comes back to McCoy, sends a shot wide of the net. Soviar, ooh, tapped it in. Goal, Dragons! Goal, Brecken Soviar. Excellent passing. Some commentary from Coach Hill. Soviar goal, 10:23 remaining in regulation, and we'll be back at center ice. And Skulls for the faceoff. Jackets carried in up the far side. In the Dragon zone. And Jackets hold it in. Send it in deep. Napster will chase it down to the back wall. Back to Skulls at center ice there. Oh. And McCoy will chase it down on the near side. Sends it into the Jackets zone. Viviano held it in. And Nefsiger kicked it in on accident there offside. Clock is rolling down to the 9:35-ish mark. Face off in the neutral zone. Skulls for the face-off. Over to Richardson. And then he'll paddle it in deep to the back wall in the Jacket zone. Jackets get there first. Send it off the far boards, and McCoy holds it in. Sends it in deep. Back up to Richardson again. Looking for a pass. Oh, got ahead of him. Back to McCoy at the blue line. Sends a shot. And that'll go wide over to the near corner in the Jacket zone. Back to Skulls, centering feed, looking for Richardson. Didn't make it through the Jackets though, and they'll send it back out to the neutral zone. And McCoy off the near side. Oh, almost had to give and go there. And Jackets try to center one up. McCoy will kick that over to Nafziger on the back wall, and he'll send it over to Richardson on the far boards. Back out to the neutral zone. Skulls is in a foot race, so is Richardson. Centering pass. Whoop, Jackets got there first. Back to Nefsiger with the blue line, sends a shot. Oh, off the shin pad of a Jacket in the slot there, the low slot. Yeah. Back to Skulls, top of the face-off circle. Sends one over the top of the net. Back to Noah Viviano on the near side. Viviano, whoop, bounced it off a Jacket there. Nafziger stuffs it back into the zone, and Skulls will pick it up at the top of the circle. Whoop, got stripped of the puck there. Back to Nafziger. Sends a bouncer over to Richardson. Oh, through the crease. And back to Noah Viviano on the near side. And Nafziger stuffs it back in deep on the near side, and Richardson will try to chase it down on the back wall. Puck goes all the way over to the far boards. Jackson McCoy keeps it in, looking for Richardson, centering pass. Oh, Viviano didn't reach it in time. And back to Skulls on the near side. He just got a full body check into the boards there. And he'll go down on top of a Jacket player. And we got people diving all over the place. What's going on? All right, puck comes back down to the Dragon zone. McCoy is racing back for it. And he'll pick it up behind the Dragon's net, sends it off the far side boards, and Jackets hold it in at the blue line. Viviano comes out with it, top of the face-off circle on the near side, and they'll send it down looking for Skulls out ahead of everybody. He'll get there first. And, oh, he peeled it off the back wall there. Tries to center one up. Jackets deflected back. Nafziger, top of the face-off circle. Sends a shot off of the Jacket. And puck comes back over to the near side. And Half circle, stuff it back in deep up to Skulls. Sends a shot. Ooh, wide and high. Over to the far side boards. Jackets advance out to the neutral zone. Nefziger's back to defend. 2-on-1. And Dragons strip the puck. Back to Nefziger. Skates it behind the back of the Pekin net. Sends it off the near side. Jackets hold it in. Ooh, bounced one off of a helmet of one of their own players there. Jacobazi sends it back out to the neutral zone. Offside Jackets. Clock rolls down to the 5:45-ish mark. Face off in the neutral zone. 5:35-ish mark. All right. Blevins for the face-off. Sends it over to the far side boards, and puck comes back to Jacobazi. He'll send it out to the neutral zone. No Viviano will race it down on the near side. Looking for Blevins up ahead. And back to Jacobazi. Dragons clear. Back in on side. And there's Soviar trying to battle it in out front. Turns it around. Oh, fires it wide into the back wall. And over to Ledbetter on the far boards. And back to Jacobazi. Back to McCoy in the neutral zone. Back up to Blevins. And offside Dragons. Barely offside. Soviar just didn't quite make it over the line there. That's okay. Clock rolls down to the 4:40 mark. Blevins for the face-off. Over to Ledbetter on the near side, and he'll send it over to Jacobazi. Soviar will try to chase it down in the the Jacket zone. And back to McCoy. Sends it back out to the neutral zone and all the way down. That'll be an icing call. Well, the goaltender isn't supposed to be out that far, I don't think. That's okay. This isn't the NHL. All right, face off in the Dragon zone. Clock rolls down to 4 minutes remaining in regulation. Dragons up by 5. Blevins at center. Soviar and Ledbetter on the wing. Nefziger and McCoy on defense. Soviar battling it all the way down deep into the Jacket zone. Blevins picks it off the near side and sends a shot. Glove save, Jackets. Clock rolls down. 3:30-ish left in regulation. Duncan Hill, Houston Richardson on the wing. Skulls at center. Skulls for the face-off. Over to Richardson. He'll fire a shot, and Jackets will make the save in the crease. Soaks up that rebound there, and we'll have another face-off right back where we started from. Nefziger and McCoy on defense. And Skulls over to Hill from the face-off. Jackets send it over to the far boards, and McCoy will race it down on the far side. He'll power it in up the far boards there, and he'll get tripped. No call on the play. And Skulls goes down there. Back to Jackson McCoy. Walks it over up the slot. Sends a shot. Oh, just deflected wide there. And Richardson tries to center another one up. Jackets get there first. They'll advance back out to the neutral zone. Nefziger back to defend. 2-on-1, it looks like. Send a shot wide of the Pekin net, and Nefziger will pick it up behind Madalena's net there. Sends it off the near side boards. Skulls will tip it out. And so Duncan Hill back to Skulls on the near side. Jackets kick it into their own zone, and Skulls will chase it down. Advance towards the net. Save Jackets. And Duncan Hill tries to help it in. Save Jackets again. Clock rolls down to 1:30 remaining in regulation. Blevins at center, Viviano and Soviar on the wing. Blevins from the face-off fires one on net, save Jackets. And Soviar fires another one off the Jacket netminder. Save Jackets again. Blevins back over to Soviar on the far side, and he'll try to center up another one. Jackets stop it in the slot, send it back up, and they'll dump it back out. Halfsiger gonna race it down. Oh, I think they called icing on that. Maybe. Nope. Face off in the Pekin zone. Clock rolls down to 30 seconds remaining in regulation. And I think they... Nope, it was icing. Sweet. 25 seconds remaining in regulation. Face off in the Jacket zone. Blevins for the face off. Bounced it off the referee there. And Jackets pick it up in the slot. Try to advance it out. Jacobazi says no. Skates it in over to the near side. Sends a shot up to Soviar. Oh, just couldn't stuff it in off over the pad. Oh, that was off the post, but I guess it bounced out. They waved it off. Great game. And Dragons race back to congratulate their netminder, Adelina Johnson, for win number 2 of 2 games played. And then they'll line up at center ice for the congratulatory ceremonial celebratory fist bump for game 2 of the 2025 UHT Chicago Dog Classic. And we'll see you guys at 4:20 p.m. this afternoon for game 3 against the Kenosha Comets. Until then, this is 33's Daddy signing off. Thanks for watching, folks. Let's go, Dragons!